You're probably spending way too much on expensive vacuums. What if we told you that you could get the same performance or close for a lot less money?
Well, you can, and today we're going to be covering some of our favorite, more affordable cordless vacuums.
Let's start out with the Dyson V15. This is a great vacuum. It's my personal favorite. I use it every day because it's super lightweight. I can use it on stairs. It has the fluffy roller head with the laser, which you think is a gimmick, but actually it's not. It's actually really good at illuminating dirt from this guy right over here. And it's got a great screen on it. It goes for about 45 minutes, 50 minutes on a single charge. And it has two different heads. You get the fluffy roller head, and then you also get this classic motor bar head, which looks like this, and this is actually very anti-tangle as well. The V15 costs, they've come down quite a bit, but the V15 costs roughly $600 in 2024. What if there was an alternative?
In fact, what if there was an alternative that saved you about 45% of the price, and it was still the quality of a Dyson, because it is a Dyson, and we're talking about the Dyson V11.
So what's different between the V11 and the V15?
So with the V11, you don't get that fancy laser head, but when we tested the suction, tested the airflow, it is actually pretty comparable overall.
So the second difference is in the display. So the V15 has a particle counter. It's pretty cool. It shows you exactly how many tiny particles you picked up at what nanometer size. Really impressive, totally useless, but I kind of dig it. On the V11, you just get a more basic display that shows you how much power you've got left and what mode you're in. Do you want to save hundreds of dollars? The V11 is your go-to. Now, one of the things that you get with both the V15 and the V11 is a pretty common set of tools. You've got a classic crevice tool. You've got a dusting brush tool with a little trick that pops out like this. And one thing that I really like is this screw design pet hair tool. And this is also very anti-tangle. And this is great for doing couches and your furniture and stuff like that. And if you ever do want to clean it, it's super easy because this just pops out like that.
Now, if the V11 is a little bit more than you still want to spend, we have some really good options for you as well, like the Shark Stratos. What I really like about the Shark Stratos is it comes with a feature called Multiflex that allows this vacuum to do the limbo. And no reggae music plays automatically when it does the limbo, but it'd be cool if Shark did that in the new version. But it is great, especially if you have maybe a poor back or don't like bending down to get under harder to reach furniture. It also has a dual clean fin on the bottom that has two rollers, one that is a polishing roller and the other, which is pretty anti-tangle in our experience, has a decent sized canister, and it also comes with something called odor neutralizing technology.
I don't smell anything.
Yeah, me neither. But it
must be working.
It must be working. It does come with a pretty good LED display as well, which is a nice feature for higher class vacuums, but still cheaper than the Dysons. Another cool feature that goes across all Shark vacuums is that they are completely sealed canisters and they all pass our smoke test.
But if you want to spend even less money, there is the Tineco Pure One S11, which is now down to, I think, around $300 or so on Amazon. And this is a really great performer, in my opinion, because we've tested this, and this has almost all of the suction and almost all the airflow that the Dyson has, but it's a lot less money, about half, really. It does have a sealed container also, and it has something called multi-loop technology, which is basically a dirt detection feature you find on a lot of vacuums right now. And as you're vacuuming, as it detects dirt, it either ramps the suction up when it sees that you've got dirt there, and it changes the display color from purple to red, and then it goes back down to purple, and it basically shows you visually. The only thing that is sort of a bit of a downside with this is that on this one, the head is really not that great on hardwood. There is an option, I think, for a separate head that you can purchase. But one of the downsides, it is not as anti-tangle as the Shark. But the battery life is pretty strong in this. It's over 40 minutes in my experience. So another great way to get a lot of performance of the Dyson, but for a lot less money.
Now, if the Shark Stratos or the Tineco are a little bit outside of your budget still, we do have the Kenmore CSV.
Elite.
Elite.
Because you know you're saving money when you're Elite. And what's cool about this vacuum is right now it's about $149, which is about $200 less than the Stratos. And this has not the same power and not the same suction, but it's pretty strong. This is about 20 kilopascals of suction at the wand, which is pretty good. This, of course, comes out a little hand vacuum, and then you've got a couple of basic tools. But what I like about this is that the canister is actually pretty decently sealed. It's not perfect. They don't say it's sealed, but in fact, it really is when I tested it. And at this price point, I can't think of any other vacuums that have a sealed canister. And what the advantage of that is that all the fine particles and dust and dander and stuff from your pets, they don't go back into the air. They pretty much stay inside here. And at this price point, that's really good. The only downsides for this is that the head, not particularly anti-tangle. This will get tangled up a little bit, but this is super light. This is one of the lightest vacuums I've tested at 6 pounds. The other disadvantage is that the battery is not removable. It's not replaceable. At some point, it's going to wear out. And the battery life, they say it's 45 minutes. That's only at the lowest speed. At the medium speed, which you're probably gonna use it at most of the time, it's really about 20-25 minutes. But at this price point, I think it's probably my top pick. So when you go for home repairs, where do you think of going typically?
The Home Depot.
The Home Depot. And you probably see a lot of these yellow, orange. I did a video on this previously. These are the Ryobi, and this is the Ryobi High Capacity. And this comes with a really nice battery system that works with all other Ryobi products. I think there's currently over 375 products that fit into this. You've probably seen a lot of these. Anyways, at Home Depot, I think this is around $279. What if we told you you could get the exact same vacuum for about 70 bucks less?
Well, you can.
Whoa, it's the same, but different. The only thing different is the battery system. This uses the Hoover battery system, and basically, other than that, these are the exact same vacuum, and you can get this on Amazon. So why would you go to Home Depot and spend more when you can get this for a lot less money? I don't know. Maybe it's just because I like the color yellow and I don't like red as much. That could be a reason, but it's a bad reason. So you also might see this particular one at Home Depot. This is the Ryobi Advance. It's a pretty good vacuum. I've actually got a video on all the Ryobis. But again, what if you don't really like yellow and you don't like spending more money? This is roughly $379 at Home Depot. It's a very good vacuum. You get one battery, but what if you could go onto another website, Amazon, and you could buy this for $236 for the exact same vacuum with one battery. Would you do it?
I would do it, and it's called the Hoover Emerge Pet Plus.
That's right, it's written right on the side. And this is exactly the same vacuum minus the color difference. You've got the same head, you've got the same motor unit over here, and they're both pretty solid vacuums, but I like saving money, don't you?
I do.
And if you want to save some more money, there's another video right over here on inexpensive cordless vacuums. See you in the next one.